Alright, it's dang good to see you guys again. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, well, it's a pleasure. Today, I'll be taking you through my ab workout. I like to do more or less every other day. Usually ends up being 2-3 times a week at the end of my training session. So today, I had a great back session. I figured it'd be a good day to film the ab session that I like doing afterwards. For me, I'm already warm coming into it because it's at the end of my training session. If you're doing this as a standalone ab session, I'm just big on not training abs cold. Probably fine, but I like to get the blood flowing through my full body usually before I start training abs. It just kind of helps me get in the zone a little bit easier. So you do something like 5 minutes of some moderate cardio, get your heart rate up a little bit. If I'm doing it quick, I'll probably just go for the jump rope, something like that, or maybe hit the stairs on kind of a quick pace, and that'll get me going. But today's session is simple. I'll kind of walk you through each one and hopefully leave you with a good ab workout. First move, if you haven't done a mountain climber, the key to make it a little more difficult and engage your core is keeping your hips low. So I don't want to let my hips come up nice and high. It's going to make it easy to take the tension off my core. So I like keeping my hips a little bit, or at least as low as I can, while I drive my knees forward. And then each time I'm driving my knee forward, touching my toe, and on that forward motion, really squeezing the core and blowing out as best I can. So, and then just alternate. One foot goes up, one foot goes back. Keep the hips as low as you can. That's it. And when I'm in rhythm, I won't always use a timer, because every time either my left foot touches or my right foot, I'll count it as 1 second. So 1, 2, 3, and so on. Alright, so just 3 of those. So 2 more rounds. Give a 60-second rest in between, and then we'll move on. So let's end the third set. I'm gonna give it another minute, another 60 seconds, just about, and then start this next circuit. The yoga mat might be preferred, but sure, will also do the trick. So I'm just trying to keep at least some of my back off the ground. If you're just starting, try a 10. If that's too hard, a 5. If that's too hard, that's okay. You just do body weight crunches. Focus on the contraction again. With the crunch here, whether it's weighted or not, the movement is just there. I'm not doing a full setup. I'm just squeezing, blowing out the air, and curling. Almost think about curling just your upper body as much as you can to the point where you can't. And that's it. Breathing out. Breathing back in, and repeating. So when you're doing these, good tip I heard a little while ago is to almost bring your belly button to your spine. You can imagine cinching down your core. It helps with getting a better contraction. So I know I've been talking longer than a minute, so we'll get to it. 20 of these. Variation I like to do in place of either like a leg raise, a hanging leg raise, hanging knee raise, and it's the gymnast tuck. So again, like I said, the focus is kind of on the lower portion, but you're still gonna feel it engage on the entirety of your abs, because it's not an easy one. My arms are locked out, and I don't want to let my shoulders hunch up like that, right? I want to kind of keep a neutral position with my shoulders relative to the rest of my torso, right? And even just this, holding this, you see me kind of shaking just a little bit. It's not the easiest thing to hold. But from here, I'm thinking about driving, not my legs, but my hips straight up and just behind me at an angle, right? So I want to keep a nice straight posture here. My hips are coming straight up and back. A little bit easier
in real time here. So it looks like this. And you'll feel it. You want to initiate the movement by squeezing your core. So I'm thinking about just bringing my hips almost straight up my back by flexing my core. So, and breathing out at the top, just like any ab movement. Let's get, giving myself 3 for that. So, 12 more. It's the second part of the superset, or the little circuit. Give it 60 seconds like usual, and then I'm gonna hit that 2 more times. What I've been doing since I've been cutting since the start of the year, dialing in a little bit more, is post-workout cardio. So there's a little Stairmaster, stair climber over there that's calling my name. I got 20 minutes on that thing. But that's my core work. I keep it pretty simple. I don't like doing a whole lot of exercises or a whole lot of variations, but just focusing on the movements that I really feel, that I really have to engage my core with. And I try to kind of place things around. Like if you saw the movements I was doing, didn't really require a lot of muscles that are used in the training session prior. So I wouldn't really want to be doing a whole bunch of hanging ab movements after a tough back session, because my grip strength is going to be weak, and my forearms, my biceps, they're going to be a little angry at me. They're probably going to be cramping on me. So if you want to follow a little more structure with your training, kind of track the way you're using all that good stuff, I'll link my training app below in the description. So that link will be for 7 days free, just for you to test out. And I get asked, because sometimes my training is a little bit longer, is how do you time for this and that. It is a sacrifice to an extent, but I want to make sure for some of you with more limited time, I took care of that on the app. So this year, at the beginning of this year, I came out with 3 programs that were made just for limited time. So they're collections, and it's 45, 60, and 90. So each session in that week takes you through all the muscle groups. Each session is it's built out to be a specific time and be as effective as it can be in that time for whatever you're training, if it's back, or chest, or arms. Of course, all my other programs are on there too, and there's some good ones in there. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. Thank you for watching. That's an ab session, but what do I know? I'm just Merc.